Hey everyone, it is me, Sarah, with 6 months to Sarah, and I think I'm almost at the 1 month mark. I have to check my calendar, but I am very excited that I am almost 1 month in. Can you believe it? 1 month and I'm still doing this. Yes, in case you haven't noticed, my hair is purple, and the reason why it is purple is because I decided to say yes to opportunities instead of saying no, and when you say yes, you get purple hair. To make a long story short, I told myself that if there was an opportunity to make money that was ethical, obviously, then I was gonna say yes, because clearly that was put in my path so that I could take opportunities. So there was an opportunity to be a hair model at a hair show in Philadelphia at the convention center, and I said yes. I mean, it was one of the top stylists, from Canada. They did a great job. I'm not probably gonna keep this, but right now it's cool, and I said yes, and I got paid like 200 bucks a day to be a hair model all day. So can't say no to that. So there we go. That's why I have purple hair. So let's get that out of the way. The other thing that's going on is I did decide to not take the job at Parks Casino, and I wanted to talk about that in my video, and the whole premise of my original video is kind of out the window right now. I'll revisit that later on, but things are happening that I need to talk about now. So I was going to I got a job at Parks Casino. I shouldn't say the name, but whatever. I got a job at a casino, to be not named, a few months ago, but I didn't actually start or have orientation until last week. And I had a weird feeling about it the whole time. Like, I didn't really want the job, but I was like, I can't really say no to a better job. I need money, I need this, I need that. And I think sometimes we get caught up in just taking a job because we think that's what we're supposed to do, instead of really sitting back and thinking about, is this the best move for my life? Now, granted, if you're sitting on your mom's couch in the basement and you're like being picky about a job, that's a different story. But I already have a couple jobs. I'm not like out of a job, and I think my next move needs to be something, more long-term, something I need to think about. Long story short, I went to the orientation, and I just can't work there. It's not that it's a bad company. It's not that I am, against casinos. It's just the environment was not for me. And I knew that, and I felt it in my stomach, and I knew that when I went to the orientation, I said, I'm not coming back. And I struggled with it. I mean, I really struggled with it. I was like legit stressed out, like, oh, Sarah, you can't not take a job. And I start to feel guilty. And then at the end of the day, I got home, I talked about it with a few people, and in my gut, I just knew it wasn't for me, so I did not show up to the next day of orientation. I sent an email. It is what it is. It wasn't the right thing for me, and I feel 100% confident that I made the right choice. There's a couple other things that I'm applying for and thinking about doing in the meantime, and I'm really thinking about my next move instead of just kind of taking scraps as they come, because we don't want to take scraps as they come. Our life is better than scraps. If you're in a position where you can be a little bit picky or selective, or really think about what you want to do, you should really think about things and not be impulsive. And that's what I'm learning in this whole journey. Okay, so that's one thing. As you can see, my shirt, there's a message here, a very strong message, right? And there's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt on this video. And I really have been thinking about this the past couple days, especially. I mean, I've been thinking about so much. It's like, did you like, oh, anyways. I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm actually coming down with a cold right now, and that's really annoying. But besides that, I've just been thinking about one thing in particular. And it is people's opinions. I think I've talked about this a lot, and I think the reason why I've talked about it a lot is because it's something that truly affects me and my life. And usually in a certain part of my life, it's one or two people's opinions that are really getting in my head, and it's that desire for their approval or their opinion that really is shaping my choices. And someone told me last night at work, I mean, the guy ended up getting drunk and being really annoying, but before he was annoying, he said, here's Violet. Violet, hi, thank you. Can you go finish my picture? Thank you. Can you shut my door? This is what happens. I'm not gonna re-record it. Thank you. So he said, if someone is not being supportive and you feel in your heart that, maybe they're not coming from the best place, or maybe they think they're coming from the best place, but it's just not helpful, do not let them rent space in your mind. That really stuck out to me. certain people in my life had rented a lot of room in there, taken a lot of stock, a lot of value in how I see myself in my decision making. And the truth is, people, there are people that are, tough love, and that's great and that's awesome. And I think sometimes we need to be pushed, and sometimes we almost need to be insulted to the point than that, where we get it, and that's fine. But listen, if there's someone in your life that is kind of just like insulting you, and you feel like it's not right, and you feel like maybe they're trying to tough love you, but it's not feeling like tough love, it's feeling like criticism, kick them out. They're evicted. They are evicted from your mind. You do not need to give them any more space in your mind, because guess what? At the end of the day, you are in control of your thoughts. You are in control of the self-talk that you tell yourself. So if someone's in there that's renting a room and they're making you feel like you can't do it, or they're making you feel stupid, or they're making you feel whatever, kick them out. They're evicted. They no longer have space in your brain. And that is something that I am really, 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 like, I got that concept and I was like, yeah, heck yeah, like, you're not allowed in there. And that doesn't mean that they're not good people. That doesn't mean that they don't mean well. But guess what? Maybe in this stage of your life, their opinions are not valuable to you. Their opinions are not helpful. Violet, okay, one more time. Go and color me a picture and come right back.
Okay.
She is renting all the space in my brain, but she's allowed because she's 3, so it's fine. But anyways, and this has been a theme throughout my life with a few people in my life that have kind of, I've really thought about, I almost wanted to impress them. And I originally wrote this affirmation on the suggestion of a certain person. And I kept reading it every day and I was like, that's not my affirmation. That's not me. That's someone else renting space in my brain. So I rewrote it today. And because every time I was reading it through someone else's eyes. And I'm like, I'm reading a new book. Well, not reading, it's an audio book. All right, one step at a time. But I'm filling my brain with different things. I'm doing things every day. And my thoughts are actually becoming my thoughts, not your thoughts, not her thoughts, not his thoughts. And it's not one specific person in my life. It's a few people that kind of, their opinions or their whatever, or renting too much space in my brain. And I think it's really time for me to evict them all. I'm not saying that I don't want to listen to them. I'm not saying people's words aren't valuable. But right now, in this part of my journey, it is time for me to take control of my thoughts. That doesn't mean that you don't get advice. That doesn't mean that you don't take value in what people tell you. But if you are influenced too much by people's words, evict them. You are vacant right now, except for yourself. And if you need a few people that are very supportive and that push you, I'm not talking about yes people. You do not want friends and family that are like, you know what, Sarah, you're doing great. Everything you're doing is great. You're so great. You're so great. No, I don't want that. I want people to push me. I want people to motivate me. I want people to tell me when I am being a baby or whining or whatever. But listen, not everybody has your best interests at heart. So can you go one more time? Thank you. Mom life. Okay, this is real. Okay, real life. But I just think it's really important to take value and to take consideration with where you are at this stage of your journey, and think about the effects of what people are saying. If they are valuable to you, then by all means keep them. But if you are doing this for someone else, or if you are doing this to impress someone else, or to get someone else's approval, or to get anything besides your own value in your own self and your life and to better you, then listen, my friends, take it from me. Stop. Vacate the premises. They need to go. They need to go out of your brain. And it is time for you to take stock in your own house head. I just made that up. Head house? House head? Sounds like I'm a nutcase, but it's fine. Anyways, that is my message for today. I'm 9 minutes long. Sometimes I just got to get it out when I can get it out. And honestly, if she bursts in one more time, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. I'm not re-recording it. So, Violet, you want to say goodbye? Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Say you're evicted.
Yeah, thank you.
Say bye. See you next time. Blow kisses. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook now. 6 months to Sarah. Say 6 months to Sarah. Say 6 months to Sarah.